What's going on, guys? It's your boy Trolltek here for another video. So today we are getting into more of the Untamed. Today we're getting into episode 21 of the Untamed. 21, sorry. So I tried the 2 episodes format with the format that I have, but there was a couple of things. I think it worked out relatively well, but I didn't like it fully because I felt like as I was taking down notes for like episode 19, let's say, those notes were kind of made obsolete by episode 20. So I feel like I like the whole concept of doing 1 episode at a time because I can really explore what was in that episode. And then I didn't notice I missed some things when because I rewatch my reactions and stuff before I post them. And I noticed that I missed some things which were, as I was watching, was made like there was some kind of notes that I had that I could have talked about in the video. So I did notice that. So that's the second reason. And yeah, generally I just feel 1 episode at a time is better because there's just details I'm gonna miss because of like the length of the recording, you know what I mean? And additionally to that, I feel like because the recording length is so long, when I'm doing the discussion, I noticed that I kind of sped through it. So I think 1 episode at a time is the best way to go about this. In general, I would say. But yeah, I just like, because I'm looking at the difference between my notes from like episode 19, 20 reaction to like the episode 18 reaction. Which is, let me just find it. Episode 18 it's almost like the notes are almost like double the length for 1 episode, where I put like 1 episode, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I think I'm going to just do 1 episode at a time. It's going to take longer to watch the show, but I just feel like it's going to be better quality content. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, that's kind of what I thought I would just tell you guys before we get into this. Okay, so let's talk about, just kind of refresh what happened in the last episode. So we had Wuxian comes back. We had the divorce arc with Wuxian and Wang Ji. The flute, evil flute, deal with the devil type shit. Wuxian kind of trying to get Wang Ji to hate him in some way about all that stuff. Burial mounds, something going on with Meng Yao with the Wen clan. We're like 90% sure he's allied with them or joined them for whatever reason. But yeah, well, not for whatever reason. We know why he did that, because like no one else accepted him really. Like the Near clan exiled him. His asshole dad's not going to accept him at this point, so it's like, where else did he have to go? Oh, let me go to the Wen clan. So yeah, there's a lot happening, and I'm curious to see what happens in this next episode. So let's get into it. Finally, like the thing with these 3 siblings, it's like there's always one of them like just not good, right? Like 2 of them will be in a good mood and like happy to be together, and then one's just like going through some shit. Like last time it was Jiang Cheng, right? And now it's Wuxian going through some shit that he's not telling them, obviously, and he's not going to tell them because they don't know that he replaced his golden core. They don't know that he was in the burial mounds because he lied about it. He's like, of course I was in the burial mounds. How would I get out, right? So they don't know half of the traumas that he's got right now. So it's like, he's not going to tell them, obviously, and they're not going to know because they don't know what happened to him. Oh, these 3 siblings might be the most, like, the saddest existence, if in a way. There's always something wrong, right? Even when everything was good, there's always something wrong. Like, for example, like when Madame Yu was in the room, there was always this like kind of unspoken elephant in the room between them. Like they could never just be happy together. Like, you know what I mean? There was always something going on in their life that prevented them from fully being together in a way. I don't know. It's just interesting for sure. Wuxian. Oh, okay, that's interesting. It's like Wuxian's able to lie to everyone, even Jiang Cheng, but not to Yan Li. Like he even managed to lie to Wang Ji in his way, right? He did kind of avoid like Wang Ji as well, so he didn't have to, but even, yeah, there was even like, he was able to lie to him as well, but he's not able to lie to his sister. Oh! I was wondering where this guy has been.
我听他们说你回来了，果然是你，你可真是。
咦。
聂兄，
I'm telling you, man.
魏兄，你知不知道你失踪这几个月，大家找你都找疯了。
I'm telling you, he's got something about touch, and it could be for a multitude of reasons, but like we'll talk about that in greater detail. I feel like he's wearing more red now. I don't know if that, like, it's definitely on purpose. Like, it's 100% on purpose. Wuxian, I need to know your backstory. Oh, is that Wang Ji? He's suspecting something's wrong with this guy. He's so mad with worry. It's really your fault when you think about it. Like, they died because of you, if you think about it. Like, they weren't completely blameless, but... Wait, I thought that people couldn't unsheath other people's blades. Maybe it's because they're family, the blade recognizes him? I don't know. Oh, interesting. Because he can't unsheath his blade anymore, right? Because he doesn't have the golden core.
不想配罢了。
哼，身为世家弟子，佩剑乃是殊荣。姚某知魏公子素来不羁。
Who's this guy?
可是如此减慢。
Who's this guy talking shit, bro? Wait, isn't this the dickhead whose clan got wiped out? Like, bro, are you already over it that fast that you're just starting shit with other people now?
早就听闻魏公子剑法了得。
Oh, so we got some.
本来还想趁今日。
We got some Jin clan guys.
被折磨的人不人鬼不鬼的，只怕连他亲爹都认不出他了。
是啊，我也听说，这魏公子。
Oh, they're already starting. The fucking vultures on a corpse already starting to like create this bad reputation for Wuxian. Man, Xu Yang should have completed his job and just wiped that whole clan out. Now we're gonna deal with this guy. Ah, Wuxian, you're so obvious that you feel bad and you're worried about him. Right, you can't even deal with Xu Yang talking about we're gonna destroy the Wen clan. Like, sit down, mate. Sit down. They hate the fact that this servant, that's how they view him. I don't care what anyone says. They hate the fact that he doesn't show them the respect they feel that they deserve. Like that he's not like their whipping boy, bows his head. Like they hate it so much. You know, one thing I've noticed, maybe I don't know, it's just something that was fascinating to me. It's like the idea that the right brother was born as the clan heir. And what do I mean by that? Like, could you imagine if Wuxian was the clan leader of the Jiang clan? It's like, not that he wouldn't be a good leader, but he would be incredibly terrifying to the other clan leaders. Like, because Jiang Cheng acts within the bounds of what the status quo requires of him. If Wuxian was clan leader, he would be triply ruthless as, you know, from the angle of like, I need to protect my clan, right? He wouldn't have the patience for these other clan leaders and politicians that he does now because he's not in that position. So honestly, the right brother became like clan leader. I know he doesn't have any like bloodline right to be clan leader anyway, but I'm just saying if he did, they would not be happy dealing with him, with clan leader Wuxian.
可能是我无聊吧。
哎，魏无羡，随便都替你找到了，今日为何不配？
So
都说了不想。
it's made clear to everyone there's something going on. Like, why aren't you carrying a sword? What's going on there? Like that's a question everyone's got. It's not just like some underlying thing. Everyone's like, this is weird.
这种大场合不许不带佩剑，县城的没家教的画饼让人抓。走吧，回席吧。
I guess it's a sign of respect as well to have your sword with you. To other cultivators.
我就偏别来烦我，干脆不带，一了百了。
There's definitely an innuendo, right? Like, I don't want to cross my swords with someone I don't know. Like, that's definitely an innuendo.
最喜欢修剑法吗？
以前那是小孩啊，谁能一辈子是小孩啊？
Even Jiang Chen's like, there's something wrong with my brother. What's going on? What's going on with this guy? To be fair, he did like basically lose a part of his soul, so like... That's not even accounting for the fact he spent the last who knows how long in the burial mounds, which hopefully we're going to see what happened there. Oh, here we go. Little flashback.
也从未见你拿过。
师姐，
Oh,
师姐，
she sensed the dark energy. Well, I guess she is also a cultivator, right? She's not a good one, but she is a cultivator.
没事。
So she would, like, her soul would sense something dark about it.
那就叫他陈情吧。
Chin. I don't know what that means, but we will. Let's just check what that means. Because I do want to make like a comparison between his blade and what he's chose to name his flute. So how do you spell it? Is it Qing? Meaning. Let's see. Jenking translates finally to explain one's actions, to set forth one's thoughts, or to give a full account of a situation. Interesting. That's fascinating. So to explain yourself. Let's just say to explain is what it means, according to Google.
陈情。
that's definitely not by accident. Yeah, this is what we mentioned in the last episode. Like the callback.
先生，灵气而气，怨气而气，灵气处于丹符，可以劈山填海，加以利用，这怨气也可以。
So, okay. So I think I had a misunderstanding in the last episode, or in the last couple episodes, where he gives his golden core away. I thought that meant he has no, like he has no abilities now, but I think based on what people were saying, he still has like spiritual energy. He's like not a normal person, right? It just means that he can't like be an amazing, like crazy, like powerful cultivator anymore, but he still has the ability to do supernatural things. Just reduced by heaps, right? Because if he didn't have any ability, then he wouldn't be able to bond with this spiritual weapon, if that's what it is. So, and then he was like, you know, he was meditating when he was in the burial mounds, and it was like this energy around him. So he does still have spiritual like energy and connection to that, but he doesn't have a golden core, which means he can't be like a really powerful cultivator, but he still has the ability to use like magical ability. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is between spiritual energy and the golden core, but it's clear that he's not completely powerless.
师姐，你多虑了。
Come on, man, your sister's not dumb. She knows that you're avoiding the question.
你刚回来，要早点休息。我去给阿成。
Bro, I need to know what happened in the burial mounds. Like, this is all fun and dandy, but
谢谢你回来了。真好。
I've got a lot to say about Yanli in this episode. I've got a million thoughts about her in this episode that I need to... I'll go deep into that analysis, but... I forgot all about the Yin Iron plotline, man. It's been so, like, thrown to the back. I think the abilities he's using is basically he's using the resentful energy of like just the evil spirits, like the one he summoned, for example. Like I think the negative energy is like in his body. Somehow, and he needs to meditate to kind of like keep control of his body. That's my working theory right now. Interesting. Did he seal it in there? I'm so confused with Wuxian's whole abilities and like.
阿姐，时候了，哪有时间去散心呢？在家这么散漫就算了，这不是让人看笑话吗？阿姐，你又惯着。
好了，你快去吧。
Bro, can you for what, like, Young Jen, can you for one sec be like, my brother must have went through something. Why is he acting like this? I love him, but man, sometimes he just really needs to not be so combative all the time.
也不能让这么多人等他这个小子吧。
Wang Ji definitely wants to have a punch up with this guy.
重伤出狱，
重伤？我怎么没见
Bro, can you... Bro, Zishuan, say something, bro. You're the clan heir. Tell your mate to shut up.
是不要在意。如今
I like that Jiang Cheng's at least like, look, I'm pissed off at him as well, but who the fuck do you think you are talking about, my brother? Like, chill. This is our business. Get the fuck out of it. Like, who do you think you are? I love that energy.
装备已失，正是我们一鼓作气攻破岐山的。
Like, if there's something I respect about Jiang Cheng, no matter if it's Wang Ji or someone else, is like when they speak on whatever Wuxian's doing, he's like, this is our business, look. Okay, I might agree with what you're saying, but I'm never going to tell you that. Like, this is our business. We'll deal with it in the family. You don't have a place here. Like, I respect that. Wuxian is stressing Wang Ji out so hard in these episodes. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, they're taking the Wen clan guys prisoner.
是俘虏的地方，不知道阿宁在不在那边。
造孽啊！当年要不是温宗主释放了武天女，今天你也不会，你和宁公子也不会受到温氏的连累。
Oh, wait, these are Wen clan guys that are punishing them. But they're dressed in like the... They're dressed in like the clothes of the Thing clan. Jiang clan. Oh shit, wait, that's the markings from the zombie things. Wait, is this flute connected to the Yin Iron in some way? Yeah, okay, what did he do? Just scared them, I guess? I'm confused. Are they getting kidnapped by like the Wen clan, or is this from the four clans, sorry. Because they're dressed like the major clans. They're not dressed like Wen clan members.
是怎么回事？
Did she see it? Or was that him remembering that?
刚才
No, she did see it.
吃断了许多枝杈。
No, she didn't see it. I don't know.
是吗？那既然无事，我们快回去吧。
I've got so much criticisms of Yanli building up in this episode. It's crazy.
究竟如何来对付温若寒手中的阴铁？
He doesn't have all pieces, right? Xu Yang still has the last piece. Honestly, I think Xu Yang's the goal to defeat the Wen clan. Like, he's gonna be the last moving piece. Interesting. Did they all sense like the dark energy from him? Because they all got kind of scared.
聂宗主，温若寒的那枚阴铁，货不足虑。
What?
所言何意？胭脂阴铁没有。
Okay, so maybe his flute is a counter to Yin Iron? What the fuck was that?
月余之后，自有分晓。
Wait, what are you? You're just gonna leave us all on edge? How are we gonna plan this offensive if you don't tell us what's gonna happen? He's so mad, Wang Ji, man. Bro, this guy is hater supreme.
会有克制之物，难道是自己克制自己吗？
Ooh, maybe. Maybe Wuxian. I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe Wuxian has the last Yin Iron, but we know Xu Yang has a piece, so that can't be. And there's only one piece left.
公子为何那么有把握，能在月余之内就可以找到对付温若寒的阴铁呢？
Maybe he knows where Xu Yang is, and that's why.
我不知，
He's like, he's not talking to me. How am I gonna know?
折损了多少先贤前辈？
I feel like this might be a big stretch, but I feel like maybe Xu Yang and Wei Wuxian are gonna work together in some way. Because like Xu Yang's an interesting character where he's not really doing much. Like off screen, we've seen him kill some clans. We had that moment with the gay couple and Wang Ji and Wuxian where he got caught for a second and then they left. But he hasn't really been doing anything. So I'm curious about the role that he plays, right? Like, is he still around in the future? Does he die in the past? We don't know anything really. So I feel like they might work together, like reluctantly, but I feel like there's going to be some overlap between those two in some way. I feel like Wuxian's going to use him to deal with the Yin Iron somehow.
若不能以黑白断是非，定标准，那要如何才能定一人之心？人之为人，其在于本身，非是非黑白四字能断。
And even the righteous person can do the wrong thing, and even the most evil person can do the right thing. It's like, at a certain level, morality is kind of malleable. Obviously, there is things that are just inherently evil. There's things that are just inherently good. But in between those two lines, there's so much room for with good and evil within people. Yeah, like I said, the most evil person can do a good thing. Doesn't make him good? No. But the good doesn't wash out the bad, and the bad doesn't wash out the good.
也非以黑白是非可以断之，而是在于心之所向。
Not even getting relationship advice right now. That's basically what this is. Not the two brothers like just looking at their own brother. Oh my god, that was comedy gold. He's like, should we leave you guys alone or? Even Jiang Cheng's like, wait, why are you being so rude? Like, what's going on? If Jiang Cheng looks at you as rude, then you're really being a rude cunt.
担心魏公子的话，没有。
Don't be stubborn, Wang Ji. Even his brother's like, look, I know you, kid. I know you're bullshitting right now.
你以前不是不喜欢他吗？你现在怎么帮他说话？
I am curious, what's Jiang Cheng's beef with Wang Ji? Like, I never understood. They haven't really communicated that much. Like, why does he not like the guy? Like, they haven't really communicated with one another too much. Like, I'm just trying to think, why do you dislike? I guess it's just the way Wang Ji comes off, and just how hot-headed this guy is. I guess it kind of makes sense that he doesn't like him.
同气连枝，没必要因为一点小事闹不和。再说。 之前在夷陵还是……哎，总之你也收收你那些乱七八糟的东西。剑道是正道，不可荒废。
Wait, what were they referencing in that scene? Oh, the thing that happened with the thing that Wang Ji and Big Bro were talking about as well, like what happened at Yiling, and then now they're mentioning it as well. Communication, guys. Just have a conversation, please. Wang Ji and Wuxian.
此道损身，更损心性。
那该如
Oh, is she talking about Wuxian's?
道大同，还以剑道为尊，符咒法术只能补足。
Okay. So that's what he's doing. He's using spells and talismans, but it's not cultivation. Cultivation can only be done with the golden core and the sword. And you can't have a sword without a golden core, I guess.
蓝湛，你在跟我师姐说什么？
Oh, here we go.
魏婴，
She came and asked him, bro, to be honest.
说过，将世之事，还请蓝二公子不要插手。
Misunderstanding final boss.
阿信，蓝二公子他是
You two fucking fail at communication.
他什么都没说。
If you're gonna feel guilty every time you tell him off, then why you do it?
蓝湛，你听我说。
Oh, is this a test?
蓝湛，几个月不见，你这功夫可又长进喽。
是你功夫没长。
Fucking gonna end it there. Okay. So that was episode fucking 21, is it? 21? Yeah. Oh my god, okay. So a lot to talk about, but obviously the main thing is just the fucking miscommunications between these two are killing me. We'll get into, I guess we'll start there. We'll start there. Yeah, it's just like Wang Ji is trying to figure out what the fuck is this guy doing? What is he doing? Like what is happening right now? Like what's going on with Wuxian? That's really that should be the title of the episode. What's going on with Wuxian? And then Wuxian thought that Wang Ji was like telling him all about, you know, what was going on, and then Wuxian got pissed off because he's so protective, right? That's what happened. But Wuxian is terrible in communication by he's behaving in a way where he can get Wang Ji to hate him as much as possible, and then Wang Ji just refuses to fucking open his mouth. So it's really a bad combination. But I think Wang Ji's slowly starting to piece some things together, like what's going on with the sword and like why aren't you using his sword? I don't think he knows exactly what's going on, but I think he suspects that Wuxian was in the burial mounds, and he suspects that Wuxian is using non-cultivation methods, like dark methods, to use his abilities. I think he's suspecting all that, especially with the conversation he had with Yanli. So I think he's gonna slowly but surely get to the root of what's happening, and what Wuxian is doing, and like what happened to Wuxian, and like why he's doing the things he's doing. I think he's slowly gonna get to the root of that. I don't know how long it will last before he really finds out everything, especially about the golden core and shit. I do wonder if he knows about the golden core situation in the future. And now I was just thinking this. So the whip, right? This is going back to like episode 1 or episode 2, I can't remember. But the whip that Jiang Sheng has, Zidian, I think it's called. When he used it on Wuxian, right, to figure out is that Wuxian, because obviously Wuxian is in Mo Shuang Yu's body, or that's not how it is in the show, but that's just how I'm going to read it, okay? That's just how it is in my head. Like, whatever. I don't really care if that's not what the situation... That's what it is. In reality, that's what it's supposed to be, right? He's in his body, right? And he uses it on him, right? But it doesn't work because of 2 reasons. First of all, it's not Wuxian's body. Number 2 is Wuxian doesn't have the golden core that belongs to Wei Wuxian, right? It's not in him. So that's potentially why that doesn't work. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with this episode. It's just something that popped into my head. Okay. So yeah, Wang Ji and Wuxian just got terrible communication, which, yeah, they're basically in their breakup era right now. Their divorce arc, whatever you want to call it. I am curious how long this is going to last with Wuxian basically rage baiting him. But let's go back to the start of the episode now. So number one thing I wanted to talk about, I kind of mentioned it in the reaction, but this isn't number one thing, but it's something I found interesting, is Where'd Wang Ji come from? Wuxian can lie to everyone else, I noticed. Like, he can lie to Wang Ji. Well, not lie, but he can be, actually lie, I would say. He can lie to Jiangcheng, he can lie to everyone else, but he can't lie to his sister, which is very fascinating to me. I guess it's come from the thing of like he views his sister always as like she's like the motherly figure in his life, and it's the one person he just cannot bring himself to lie to, because like he does lie to her, but not in like telling her false information. He avoids the discussion, he changes the subject, whatever, but he can't physically lie to her, which is very interesting, and I wonder if that's going to come into play later. Kind of jumping straight off that point, because it's kind of the similar scene, is Wuxian, I think, is trapped by his promises to other people. Like, he's kind of imprisoned by the promises that he's made, or the promises that he's connected him to other people. Like that scene where he's talking to Yan Li, and basically he's like, we'll be together forever, and he has kind of this look on his face when they hug. And I think it's like the promises that he's made, not just with his siblings, just with everyone in his life, are trapping him, right, into acting a certain way. Like, he can never do what he really wants, you know, because he's trapped by these promises that he's made with his family. I think that's the overarching thing, is like in Wuxian's head, he either stays with his family and he keeps his promises with them, or he does what he wants and, you know, lives like with Wang Ji, right, and communicates with Wang Ji. Like, I think he views it a very black and white situation. It's like, it's either I keep my promises to my siblings or I choose Wang Ji. There's no like in between. It's like in his head, I feel like he can't have both, which is clearly not true. But like, I'm just talking about his mental health is fucked, right? He's so inside his own head that everything feels so like end of the world, and like I have to be so like black and white about everything. And it's like, yeah, I think Wuxian's in his headspace of like, he's overthinking everything so hard, and he's just kind of hurting himself even more in the process. And I think his promises to his siblings are negatively impacting him, right? Because he feels like trapped by them. I feel like that's my thing of that. Jumping straight off that, Wuxian is averse to touch. We talked about this in the last episode when Jiangcheng hugs him, but it was kind of more subtle there. Here it was very obvious when Huasang, I think his name is, you know, Ni Clan leader's little brother, when he goes to like touch his shoulder, he literally just like slaps his hand away almost. So it's clear he is averse to touch, and there are probably a couple of reasons for this potentially. Number one reason, something happened in the burial grounds where the touch of another existence just makes him incredibly uncomfortable. Though I think there's also a second thing, which I think someone might have mentioned in the comments as well, where he's averse to touch because he's scared people are going to realize he doesn't have a golden core. Because when Zhu Liao goes to like hit his chest, there's like this look on his face, and he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" So it's clear that it's you can, like, cultivators can see if another cultivator, there's something going on with their core or something, like they can sense it. So I think that's also another reason he is avoiding touch, which kind of makes sense to me. But I think it's also the first reason. I think it's a mixture of the two, in my opinion. So Wuxian's blade and his refusal to carry it or even use it is a big like red flag for everyone. It's like, what's going on with Wuxian? I think they're reading it as a thing of like I think people outside of Wang Ji and stuff are looking at him not carrying his blade as a sign of disrespect and him turning his back on methods of cultivation almost, which hits these cultivators right where it hurts, and that's why they're being so salty towards him. Because if you think about it, these clans, cultivation is all they are, right? That's all that they are that makes them who they are. Without cultivation, they're nothing. They don't have anything to, like, they have nothing, right? That's all they are. Their cultivation is their purpose for existence. Without the cultivation, like Jiang Cheng, perfect example, he's like, if I can't cultivate, I'd rather die, right? They are so nothing without cultivation that I think they take Wuxian's refusal to carry his blade as an insult, right? It's like you're denying everything that we are as people, right? So I think that's why they're so salty. But yeah, it's very clear like, Wuxian not carrying his blade is very important. Like from Wang Ji's perspective, it's like, what's going on? Like, why aren't you carrying Suban? I don't know how to say it, but why aren't you carrying your blade, right? He's worried about him. But from the other perspective, it's like, why are you insulting us? So that's another interesting thing. And it's like another layer because his siblings can't even defend why he's not carrying the blade because they don't know anything, right? So that's kind of leads into my next point on like the clans. And an interesting thing was shown in this episode is like when you don't have the Wen clan as this major threat that unites everyone against each other, the clans will start seeing again the political games and being sneaky and being petty. Like for example, the kind of way they were talking about Wuxian, right? As soon as the Wen clan is like starting to not be a threat anymore, you can see they're starting to eat each other slowly, right? That was so clear to me. And I think another thing, it just shows that these clans, okay, yeah, the Wen clan might be evil, whatever, but they're not any better. Like, don't get it twisted. It's not like the Wen clan are a special clan that only they could be this evil. No, it's just they were powerful enough where it was feasible and no one like said anything about it. But don't get it twisted. All these clans, if they were in the same position, would have done the same. Maybe not the Lang clan or the Jiang clan, but like most of these clans would do the same thing. Don't get it twisted. Like they are just as susceptible to ambition and cruelty as any of them, which is clear by how they're already playing their political games, and is also clear by how they were leading the Medicine Wen clan people like fucking. Honestly, I don't know any other way to talk about it, but it looks like they were kind of leading them to a concentration camp. That's kind of that was the vibe it was giving off, right? And they didn't look like Wen clan soldiers. They looked like they were from the four clans. Like they looked like they were dressed like the people that were following Jiang Cheng a couple of episodes ago. So they might be Jiang clan members. Like my point is the cruelty and arrogance of these cultivating clans it's not the Wen clan. They're just one name, right? It's like they're spokes on a wheel. They're all the same thing. It's not any different. Like, if any of these clans were in the position of Wen clan, they would do the exact same thing, which is clear. It's just this cycle of cruelty and ambition that they're all stuck in. So none of the clans are the good guy, as it were. But yeah, it's just something that was interesting to me. Okay, I want to talk about Wuxian's sword, Subian, I don't know how to say it, and Cheng, Chengqing, I think that's how you say it. So Subian means, to my knowledge, I think it was like what was it? Like wait, let me just Google it. Meaning. okay, it's like whatever or casual. It's something just like, you know, or whatever thing, right? So it can be anything basically. So that's what his sword means. While Chen Qing means to explain something or to explain yourself, based on what Google is saying. This is all Google's. If I'm wrong about this, then blame Google. So that's really fascinating, and I think it's a clear indication of like where Wuxian's character is, right? I think when he had the sword, he had this carefreeness of like, whatever, I'm good with whatever, right? It's like, that's who I am at that time, carefree, and he doesn't have any worries really. Obviously he did have worries, but he was not, they didn't control him, right? Where Chen Qing now, he's in this state of like, he wants to explain, he wants to tell people what's going on with him, but he can't, right? He's held back, and I think the flute is almost a representation of what he wants to do and who he actually is. I want to explain why I'm doing the things I'm doing, but I can't explain them, right? I think it's a good like indication of where his character is and why he's doing certain things and where his story is kind of going to go. So that was really cool to me. So we talked about that. Okay, the last thing. Okay, I'm going to talk about Yanli, but I'm going to leave that to the last thing. There's one more thing I want to talk about before that. The Yin Iron is so random. Like, honestly, to me, the Yin Iron plotline is probably the worst thing about this show. I'm going to be straight up, because there's no, like, explanation for it. They didn't really flesh it out. It's not that important, I feel like, to the greater story. Though we do know there's some type of connection between the Yin Iron and the flute, so it might get interesting. But right now, I genuinely think it's the worst kind of plot line, because it feels so unexplained and it feels so like not explored. Because they introduce Xu Yang and he's got a connection to the Yin Iron. He supposedly knows where one is. And then they always cut back to the clan leader, and he's doing some shit with the Yin Iron, but he never really does anything more than awaken zombies for 5 seconds. But then they never do anything; they're just there, and then he does it again like 5 episodes later. So it's like the Yin Iron plotline is so just not good so far, but it is what it is. I don't really care about that plotline. It's not like it makes the story worse. It's just like, okay, sure, but I don't care about it, you know, because the way they introduced the plotline was like, it's so important to what's happening, but they've only mentioned the Yin Iron maybe, like, honestly, since they first mentioned it, it's only been mentioned max like 15 times. So it's like, is it even important? I don't even know what. It's not important. The Yin Iron is just a tool for like some narrative to happen in the past. That's all it is. It's not actually an important plot line. It's just it's a narrative tool to explain why things happen the way they did to the current timeline, right? It's not that important. So anyway, let's move on from that. I want to talk about Yanli, which is the thing that kept standing out to me. Yanli she's not a bad sister, don't get me wrong, but Yanli is interesting to me because she comes off as this gentle, right? Like, she's the good sibling, right? Jiang Cheng's always at his throat and stuff. But honestly, I think she does more damage to Wuxian than Jiang Cheng does, right? Because Jiang Cheng's anger and combativeness comes from, I care and love and I'm trying to help us, like, right? He's trying to, so he always brings attention to everything that he's thinking of and like that's conflicting and things he's worried about. And he does it in the worst way possible, don't get me wrong, but he still goes at it. But Yanli, her desire for them being together allows the things that make Wuxian and even Jiang Cheng upset. She allows them to fester. Like, even that scene where she's not, it's not just one scene, but multiple scenes throughout this episode where she can clearly see Wuxian's gone through it and there's something going wrong with her brother right now. But she's clearly like, oh, as long as you're here, it doesn't matter. But it's clear something's impacting, you know, your brother. Like, you need to talk about it. You need to force it out of him. Like, maybe that's not what he wants, but that's what you need. But I think she has this thing of like, even if it's fake, she wants everything to go smoothly. And like, you know, we're together now. That's all that matters. Which, yeah, she's right. But she's also not trying to like, no, it's not only with Wuxian, it's with Jiangcheng. She's not trying to actually allow her brothers to process the things that they're going through. Like she, even with Jiangcheng, like with the way their mum talked to him and stuff like that, instead of, you know, talking about that and having a conversation about it, she chooses to like just kind of not even talk about it or throw it under the rug. It's like, it's fine. Like everything's fine. That's the problem. I think she's like her dad a lot. Everything's fine, right? We're together. Everything's fine. That's like that. Like that's her thing. Which is why I think she is. There's a lot to criticize about her. I still think she's a good like sister, and she does help a lot. But there's also the fact that she is not. How do I explain it? She's not dealing with this in a healthy way. And I understand that she's also young. Like at most, she's at most 20 years old, the character, at this point. So I get it. But yeah, I it's just something I couldn't help but notice. She just ignores anything that is kind of inconvenient for what she wants in her relationship with her brothers, right? And she did kind of, I feel like she was starting to kind of get out of that and try to figure this out when she had that conversation with Wang Ji. But then, you know, Wuxian came and cut it off kind of. But it's clear that she's worried. But the issue is the issue that she has is there's this constant facade of like everything's fine when she's with her brothers. But what she should be doing is like, look, I know you're fucking bullshitting. You need to process this. We need to talk about whatever's going on. That's what she needs to do in reality. I know it sounds like I'm criticizing her really harshly, but I'm just saying what I've noticed from her character. And it makes her a more intriguing character. So it's kind of, I like that it's happening, but you know, it makes her interesting that she has flaws, that she's not this perfect fucking angel, right? But yeah. Anyway, that was my reaction to episode 21 of The Untamed. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.